Lafayette, Louisiana, are you ready? No, I said, are you ready? I got an answer for that question. The answer to that question is no. This crowd tonight, my fucking God. My fucking God. This was the worst. I'm gonna just sit here and just be 100% real with you guys. I'm gonna keep it 100. This was the worst Monday night crowd in the history of the show. I swear to God, I hope Vince McMahon knows that do not, I repeat, do not go back to Lafayette, Louisiana. I swear to God. This show was fucking miserable. Not even the NXT Talent couldn't save the show. Black, Ciampa, Gargano, Ricochet, even those four men couldn't save the show. Couldn't save the show. It's fucking crazy, bro. Yet, I'm waiting for this new era. I'm waiting for this new era. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the new era, folks. Still waiting for it. 2 months in, after Vince made that announcement, after TLC, the Raw after TLC, he saw this is going to be a new era. What the fuck is it, folks? I kept tweeting out Lafayette, Louisiana, make some fucking noise. The four men that we're watching on Monday Night Raw tonight is our future. It's the future of WWE. Aleister Black, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, and Ricochet. I swear to God. Yeah, people were thinking on Twitter, oh, they're probably going to get promoted to the main roster. No, the fuck they're not. Well, maybe Aleister Black. Maybe Aleister Black. Because I'm hearing rumblings that Black could make his main roster debut. Well, he did it tonight. He's probably going to stay on the main roster after WrestleMania. He's going to get called up after WrestleMania. Now, I asked myself this question. Why are we getting NXT guys on Monday Night Raw tonight if there's no plans for them? I was expecting a takeover angle, where Triple H decides, to compete against Vince McMahon. Be like, yeah, let's compete against the main roster. Let's compete against guys from Raw and SmackDown. That's what I was hoping for tonight. Nope. That didn't even happen. We heard news earlier this afternoon, around 5 or 6 p.m. this afternoon, that there were news going around that Black, Ricochet, Ciampa, and Gargano were backstage from Monday Night Raw. Everybody had a fucking panic attack. I was thinking to myself, yeah, this could be a good thing, but at the same time, this could possibly be a bad thing. You could tell on this Monday Night Raw tonight, you can clearly tell that Triple H had at least some control of Monday Night Raw tonight. At least some control. But speaking of fucking maniacs, I have a tweet that I want to expose for some reason. So I tweeted out, if you guys follow me on Twitter, Twitter is Chris Warren, by the way, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter. Raw stands for Really Awful Wrestling. And this little kid named Aiden, his Twitter handle is @YuckyFool2965 on Twitter. And give me a second here, guys. So I'm on Twitter, and he replies to me by saying, this is his really true words here, not Roy Knight. Apparently because DIY versus the Revival is happening again. Next time you want to tweet at me, at least have some proper spelling. Next time you want to come at me on Twitter. And next time you want to come at me on Twitter, come with facts. Come with facts. So the wrestling mark that I am, the NXT mark that I am, I tweet at this. I say Raw is awful every week. You think the people from NXT are going to be on Raw every week? Fuck no. Yeah, they're going to be there for one night, but Raw is awful every fucking week. Think before you tweet at me next time. This is his Twitter. Oh, and by the way, he has 603 followers. This is his Twitter. So if you're this kid right here and you're watching on Twitter and you're watching here on YouTube, get exposed, buddy. Get exposed. Get exposed. Learn how to spell next time with your 603 followers on Twitter. Learn how to spell next time. Before you even tweet at me, make sure you have proper spelling. Make sure you come at me with facts. Make sure you come at me with facts. You guys think that Ricochet, Gargano, and Ciampa are going to stay on Monday Night Raw every single week? Oh, and Black also. Black, Ricochet, Gargano, and Ciampa. You guys think that they're going to stay on Raw every single week? No. This was probably a one-time thing. I'm gonna make a good guess here. This was probably a one-time thing. Will we see them at Raw next week? No. Will we see them on SmackDown tomorrow? Hopefully. My God. My God. Now I'm thinking to myself here, why are we getting Braun Strowman against Baron Corbin again? Why is people going to put us through this type of torture? Why? This time is a tables match. So you're giving me the ending between Corbin and Strowman last night at TLC when Corbin, McIntyre, and Trashley delivered a triple powerbomb on Strowman through 2 stacks of tables. That encouraged you to come to Raw the next night, rewrite the whole show, and give us a tables match. Moving on. And then you want to give us Ruby Riott versus Ronda Rousey again for the Raw Women's Championship. This show, folks, I swear to God, you could have put this episode of Monday Night Raw and put it in a local cemetery. This show would have been even more dead than the crowd we got tonight in Lafayette, Louisiana. If you're in Lafayette, Louisiana, and you're watching this fucking video, I'm going to say this to you right now, with no fucks given. I hope there is not another wrestling show coming to your town ever again. You guys did not deserve the likes of Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, and Aleister Black. You didn't deserve it tonight. If anything, if I'm writing the show, I would have got all those 4 men and had them debut on Raw next week in Atlanta. That's it. That's it. Why are you having them debut on this show tonight? That is the only positive all night. We got to see Ricochet in action, in tag team action. We got to see Black in singles action against Elias. We got to see Gargano and Ciampa against the Revival in a really good match. That's it. Oh, and by the way, if you guys saw the Lucha House Party against Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, I swear to God, if you went to the bathroom, if you went to go buy dinner, if you went to go talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend, if you went to go take a shower, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. Being honest with you here. This show was completely fucking missable if it wasn't for the NXT talent. That's it. That's the only reason why I saw this episode of Monday Night Raw, was because of the NXT talent. Other than that, I couldn't give not one single fuck about this show. And it showed. Oh, and it showed. Oh, and it showed. The crowd. I seen people like this. All night. All night. all night. I am being fucking serious. I swear to God. At this point, I'd rather see all the NXT call-ups, put them on SmackDown. Because SmackDown, whether you like it or not, SmackDown is starting to go on a little streak of good shows. A little streak. I think it's like what? 3-4 straight weeks of SmackDown producing good shows. I hope SmackDown, low-key, goes on a better streak. I hope SmackDown keeps rolling and rolling and rolling with these good shows. Yeah, people say, oh, Raw is the A show. No, bro. Monday Night Raw is the F show. The F show. SmackDown is an A- show. Starting to be A-. Right now they're B+ right now. They're B+. B+ right now. NXT, A+ every week. This is your Monday Night Raw review. Your official Raw review right here on the channel. On this Monday, February 18th, 2019. I'm, of course, Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys like that little rant I did, you should already smash that like button already. If you guys are excited about the simple fact that D-Generation X is getting inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2019, smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. I heard the news today that DX was getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. I felt like an old kid. I felt so fucking old. It's not even funny. But we'll talk about that during the review. If you guys haven't checked out the content already, Friday we uploaded a top 10 greatest factions in wrestling history. Be sure to check that video out. That video will be on the upper right hand corner of your screen in the annotation. Saturday we went over the Elimination Chamber card and the news and rumors going around that past week. Wrestling Fan Podcast episode 7. That video is also up on the channel. It will be also on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Sunday, which was last night, Sunday we did an Elimination Chamber review. Sasha and Bayley win the Women's Tag Team Champions. Listen, the show wasn't... I'm going to say this now. The Chamber pay-per-view last night was bad, but it wasn't that bad. It was on a 1 to 5. I'm going to give it at least a 1.5. That's about it. A 1.5 tops. Honestly. All these videos will be up on the upper right hand corner of your screen. Please, guys, go ahead and check it out. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Please go and check it out. It'll really help the channel. Social media plug. I gotta bring in my social media in, man. Follow me on social media. Twitter at Chris from Loring. Instagram, your boy Chris_WFB. Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat now. Chris Most Hated. And if you're new to the channel and you love what you guys see, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. Tomorrow afternoon's upload, before SmackDown Live, I'm going to upload this tomorrow around noon to 1 p.m. tomorrow. I got a Call of Duty gameplay for you guys tomorrow that you guys are going to want to watch. You guys are not going to want to miss tomorrow. If you guys want Call of Duty gameplay, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. Let's begin with this Monday Night Raw review, man. So Raw tonight opens up with Triple H, the father of NXT, stepping into the ring. The game asks if we can feel the energy of WrestleMania in the air. No. I mean, I feel the air. I feel the energy of WrestleMania in the air, but I don't feel the energy of the crowd. I don't. And it showed big time tonight. He runs down what happened at the Chamber pay-per-view last night, including discussing Becky Lynch's attack on Ronda and Becky. He says corporately, he must say if she does that again, she'll be going to jail. However, it was pretty damn cool. Speaking of which, it was announced earlier today that D-Generation X will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, which is Triple H, Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn. I don't know how Billy Gunn will be in the Hall of Fame. Mind you, he's the backstage producer of All Elite Wrestling. And China. You see, when I heard that China was going to get inducted, I was happy. I was happy. It brought a really big smile on my face to find out that China, after she's been, she's been dead for almost 3 years now. In April will be her 3rd-year anniversary of her death. It was really good to see the fact that China's getting inducted. It was really good. It brought a big smile on my face. It really did. And at the same time, it made me feel really, really old. Because, watching wrestling since 1996, I was around when DX was born. With Shawn Michaels, Triple H, ravishing Rick Rude as their insurance policy, and China as the bodyguard. Those were the 4 people that really started DX. And then when Shawn Michaels went out with injury, that back injury that cost him 4 years of his career, Triple H had to carry the load of DX, including the entire Attitude Era, which led to, Triple H marching down to WCW. I remember that. It was really, really a cool moment there. Really cool moment. One of my favorite DX moments of all time was when Triple H invaded WCW. One of my favorite DX moments of all time. So I was happy. I was happy. I'm like, yeah. But here's the question that rings into your head. DX is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Who inducts them into the Hall of Fame? That's a really good question. A really good question. So now we got China going into the Hall of Fame. Let's just hope and pray one day that Owen Hart gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Really just long, long, long overdue for Owen to get in the Hall of Fame. Triple H says that if that was exciting, just wait, because he's also in charge of NXT, the best brand in all of professional wrestling. And tonight we will see the debut of several superstars, including Ricochet, Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. Unfortunately, the fans in the arena seemingly could not care less about NXT. That clearly showed tonight. He says the NXT model is the future is now, and tonight we will get a glimpse of that. However, right now there's about to be chaos because we're getting a tables match between Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Did you care about this match? I couldn't give not one single fuck about this match. If Baron Corbin won last night at the Champion pay-per-view, who do you think was gonna win this match tonight? If you guys voted Braun Strowman, you win nothing. You win nothing. Strowman wins. Power slam through the table. That's it. Who gives a shit? As Strowman leaves after his win, he meets Paul Heyman on the ramp. Braun grabs Brock's advocate by the throat until Heyman begs him to let go. He eventually lets go and leaves. Heyman walks into the middle of the stage and starts to talk about his throat being sore. He needs a minute, and it's time for a commercial break. So we go to commercial break. Later tonight, they announced that Ruby Riott gets another shot at the Women's Championship, and DIY reunite to take on the Revival. Good. I mean, about the tag team match, good. But Ruby Riott getting another shot? Not so good. Back from commercial break with Heyman. He says there's nothing Seth Rollins can do about Lesnar's dominance. Heyman asked the fans if they think Rollins can win the Universal Championship, but the crowd tonight was painfully dead. I couldn't agree more. Before Heyman can say much more, however, out comes the new Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor. They were playing a video package about Brock Lesnar's dominance, how he made his debut in 2002, going from his farmhouse in South Dakota and shit, winning the Undisputed Championship within the first, I believe, 4 months. Within the first 5 months of his career, he won the Undisputed Championship from The Rock in that amazing SummerSlam match. And then the video was telling how Lesnar ran through everybody on the roster for 2 years. Then he left in 2004, went to UFC, came back, and then all of a sudden beat the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. So it cuts off. So we get Finn Balor in the ring. Talked about winning the IC title from Lashley, Trashley, and Rush last night. Live in the arena again, and Heyman is gone. Finn says it's been a while since he held the title. But boy, does it feel good. He rhymes off a few of his heroes, do little cheers from the fans. This crowd was just dead all fucking night. And says it's always been a dream to hold this title. Balor is interrupted by Lio Rush, who comes out looking sullen. Rush says Finn doesn't deserve to be the Intercontinental Champion. Bobby Trashley does. I said this in my chamber review last night, and I'm going to say this again. Bobby Trashley is the worst Intercontinental Champion of all time. Don't at me on that standpoint. Trashley comes from behind and attacks Finn from behind. The Almighty beats Finn around the ring, and Rush joins him for the attack. Trashley scoop slams Balor, then Rush hits a frog splash. Balor receives some nice help from Ricochet. The one and only runs down, kicks Trashley, then leaps off the apron onto Rush for a moonsault. Ricochet then hits a springboard dropkick to Trashley and sends him from the ring to the outside. We're getting a tag team match between Ricochet and Finn Balor versus fucking Lio Rush and Bobby Trashley. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it was nice to see Ricochet. Yeah, it was. It was nice to see him and things, but this crowd was just literally fucking dead all night. All night. All night. This crowd was dead from the beginning of the fucking show. If you're gonna go to a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown Live or a pay-per-view or a live event or an NXT taping and you're not gonna react, why the fuck would you even pay money to go see the shows? Why? Why even waste your money if you're not gonna react to certain superstars? If you're not familiar to the sport of professional wrestling, why even waste your money? Why? So we get a matchup between Finn Balor and Ricochet versus Bobby Trashley. I will forever call him Trashley as long as I'm doing YouTube. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And Lio Rush, the Mute Man. The Mute Man himself, Lio Rush. Who do you guys think was going to win this matchup? Trashley and Lio was not going to win this matchup. So obviously Finn Balor and Ricochet, because you're not going to have Ricochet lose on his debut match on Monday Night Raw. So therefore, by logic, Finn Balor and Ricochet win. Simple. Simple. Match was listen, Ricochet's impressive. I'm really high on Ricochet. It's only a matter of time before he wins the NXT Championship. We don't know when. But NXT right now, man, they're just too stacked. They're just too stacked. They're just so stacked up right now in NXT that Triple H doesn't even know what to do with his talent there. And it shows. And it shows. Ricochet hits the 630 for the win. I'm sorry about that. Ricochet then hits a springboard European uppercut to Rush, followed by a 630 for the victory. Winners is Ricochet and Finn Balor. We see Triple H backstage and is approached by Drew McIntyre. The Scotsman says he can't help but notice Triple H rolling out the red carpet for the NXT stars. I mean, obviously, they deserve to be on the fucking red carpet. Mr. Drew McIntyre. But he wants to prove himself. He asks for a match against Seth Rollins, but Dean Ambrose then walks up and says he isn't doing anything tonight and slaps the shit out of Drew McIntyre before walking off. Triple H asks if McIntyre still wants Seth or he preferred to change the match. He angrily says Ambrose and walks off. I don't know about you guys, but Drew McIntyre is starting to die on me a little bit. Slowly. Not too much, but slowly. Drew McIntyre is starting to just die on me. I don't know why. There were rumors going around that Drew McIntyre was going to get a push. Where's the push? Where's the push? I don't see it. I don't. So we get to see a replay from last week's Raw when Vince suspended Becky Lynch and 2 days ago when Lynch invaded a house show, and finally last night when Lynch attacked Ronda and Charlotte with a crutch. The Lucha House Party against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. I'm not going to even review this. because I did not give not one single fuck about this match. Lucha House Party win. The losing streak continues. After the break, the Revival face off against former NXT Tag Team Champions, DIY. Charlie Caruso brings Heavy Machinery onto the stage and asks what we can expect from them. This was just fucking boring and fucking pointless. Tucker Knight says they like getting a sweat on and eating a plate of red meat. So a appearance from Titus Catering showed up tonight. She asks who they have their sights on, and Knight says anyone. They have each other's backs. Otis literally echoes Tucker. Lacey Evans walks out, and just like last night, changes her mind and walks to the back again. Heavy Machinery then does the same thing. This was one of the most pointless segments of the entire year so far on that Raw. Pointless. Yeah, I'm waiting for this new era, folks. Where is this new era? Where is it? I would love to know. Where is it? So, again, we come back for commercial break. We see Gargano and Ciampa backstage holding their titles. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable approach them and congratulate them. However, they say they are respectfully confused why they aren't in the match tonight. Gargano says they've been running the hottest wrestling brand on the planet. No fucking shit, Mr. Johnny Gargano. You're right on that point. Gargano says they've been running the hottest wrestling brand on the planet for 2 years. That's why. The Revival approached both and saw they're the best team on the planet, and they've beaten both teams before. The Revival made their way to the ring with the NXT Champion and the North American Champion coming out second. It's so disappointing how dead this crowd is tonight because they're killing these NXT debuts tonight. 100% factual. This crowd killed the entire NXT debuts on this show. I just don't get it. This is your fucking future in NXT. Gargano, Ciampa, Ricochet, Aleister Black. They are your future of this company. And you're not going to react to them when they come out to the ring? So this either tells me that A, they don't watch NXT, or B, they just couldn't give a fuck and wanted to just go to the show. That's my honest opinion there. But we got a tag team match between the Revival versus Gargano and Ciampa. This was the match of the night. Match of the night. Last time we seen these guys in the ring at the same time was I believe was NXT TakeOver Toronto back in 2016. Survivor Series weekend, that weekend. And that was the match of the year in 2016. Great matchup though, great match. Gargano and Ciampa win on a good match though, bro. Dawson and Gargano are the two legal men and the only two in the ring. Gargano hits an enziguri to Dawson, followed by the spear through the ropes and the running knee super kick for the win. So there you go. Gargano and Ciampa win on their debut on Monday Night Raw. We see Ricochet and Balor backstage, and Charlie Caruso asks how they're feeling. Balor says winning this title, his title last night was awesome, but tonight it was all about Ricochet. Balor leaves, and Ricochet says, you dream about nights like tonight. I mean, I don't know why when this crowd was fucking dead tonight, and it never goes how you imagine. But his proof of it is working. He says we have not seen the last of him, and he will prove why he's the one and only. I hope Ricochet goes back to NXT. After what happened tonight with this dead fucking crowd, there's no point. Ricochet's time in the main roster, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. He still got some work to do. Not gonna lie to you, he still got some work to do, but if you're gonna keep Ricochet in NXT for a long time, keep him there. Keep him there. I don't want to see Ricochet, Gargano, Ciampa, and Black getting buried on Monday Night Raw. I just don't. Can you imagine a matchup between Finn Balor and Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship? Goosebumps. Like it's got now. Kevin Owens is back in a phone video again, and he's at the movies this time. He says he's never been more focused or hungrier, and his son appears and gives him some popcorn. He says he's ready to fight again. Put Kevin Owens on SmackDown at this point. If you're going to bring up Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, put them on SmackDown. They're much more needed on SmackDown. SmackDown's going to become, better than Monday Night Raw. So we get Sasha Banks and Bayley, the women's tag team champions, make their way down to the ring. Bayley thanks the fans for a middling "you deserve it" chant. She says last night was very emotional, and she can't believe they're here as the very first women's tag team champions. Sasha says it's crazy to think how far they've come from NXT and all the history they've made down there. Bayley says they've done everything together, felt every emotion possible. Sasha says it's because they have the same visions and goals. They were born to do this. Bayley says they talk about it every single day. It took them going to war with each other to realize that they are better together. They plan on taking over and being champions for a long time. I believe it. I believe it. Sasha says they've put their heart and soul on the line to make this division a thing. And they plan on facing any team that wants to face them past, present, or future. Sasha also did mention that she wants to defend the women's tag team champions on Raw, SmackDown, and even NXT. So with Sasha saying this tonight, I got a feeling that Sasha and Bayley are going to defend the women's tag team titles. Possibly at a takeover. Who knows? Maybe Sasha and Bayley will defend the women's tag team titles at the next takeover. You never know. You can have them defend the championship at the next takeover event, which is in Brooklyn, WrestleMania weekend. I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. Bayley says there is no connection stronger than the Boston Hug connection. They start the pose, but out comes Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka. When I see Nia and Tamina, not only I want to hit the mute button on my television set, I want to hide my face in shame when I see Nia and Tamina. Nia asks them to stop. She mocks the fans booing her and says nobody wants to hear them pat themselves on the back for several minutes. Jax says they're cute and all, but she doesn't get it. Yeah, and I don't get the fact that why you're on my fucking television set. She says Sasha only cares about herself and she'll lose the title on the first defense, as history has proven. Little truth bomb there by Nia Jax. Little truth bomb. Tamina says they got lucky last night, but that luck is about to run out. Nia and Tamina run at them, but Bayley and Sasha dive through the ropes and drop kicks them both. Nia tries to slide back in again, but Sasha grabs her in the bank statement. Tamina drags Nia out and turn tail and run. We get a video for DX induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. Like I said, I'm happy for them and China to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Happy for them, man. I'm really happy for them. Dean Ambrose, soon to be departed, Dean Ambrose, versus Drew McIntyre. I said this earlier during the Triple H Dean Ambrose Drew McIntyre segment. I'm going to say it again. Drew McIntyre is starting to die on me, just slowly. Dean Ambrose, I couldn't give not one single fuck. I couldn't. Is it just me? Or is Dean Ambrose turning babyface again? After everything that Dean has went through with Seth Rollins, after Roman Reigns left, you're going to turn this man back to a babyface? Who cares? Do you care about the fact that Dean Ambrose is a babyface or a heel? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I don't. I really fucking don't. I really don't. Neither should you. Drew McIntyre wins, just simple. McIntyre connects with 2 Claymore kicks to finish Dean off. That's it. Drew wins. We get the second part of Brock Lesnar's retrospective, narrated by Paul Heyman. Shows how he beat John Cena. He's beating Roman. He's beating them all. Braun Strowman. He's beating them all. He's beating them all. But the question is, will Brock beat Seth at WrestleMania? That's the question. We see Seth Rollins backstage, and Charlie Caruso asks him if he has any regrets about choosing Brock Lesnar. Rollins says you can say a lot about Paul Heyman, but he's not a liar. But Heyman has it wrong. He isn't walking into WrestleMania with a death wish. He says WrestleMania marks the end of Brock's reign of terror, regardless if he walks out on his own 2 feet or if he's carried out. He promises to leave with the title. Suddenly, Dean Ambrose is beside Rollins. Seth asks what he wants, and Dean asks where he was out there, as though he should have had his back. Seth says, have you completely lost your mind? Ambrose stares wild-eyed into the distance for a moment before struggling and walking off. I never cared about Dean Ambrose's heel turn. The only time I cared about Dean's heel turn was the night he turned heel. The same day, the same night, when Roman had to relinquish the Universal Championship due to his leukemia cancer. And when they won the Raw Tag Team titles, Ambrose turned heel on Seth Rollins. That was a really cool moment. But ever since then, I just don't care. Just don't care. We get Elias. I don't care about Elias, man. You know what WWE really does stand for? World's Worst Entertainment. That's what it means. WWE stands for World's Worst Entertainment. God honest truth. Elias is in the ring with his guitar and he's not happy. Who cares? I'm not happy either. Watching this fucking miserable show. Elias says, we're always excited about the new NXT superstars, but he's still here. So he requested the crowd to shut their mouths and silence their cell phones, but then is interrupted by Aleister Black. Aleister Black makes his way to the ring to no reaction from this awful crowd. Black says if silence is what Elias speaks, then he can help, because tonight he will fade to black. This crowd was dead for the Ricochet match. This crowd was dead for the Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano match. This crowd was going to be dead for Aleister Black. And it's a fucking shame. It's the fucking shame. Black wins with Black Mass. Didn't care about this match. The crowd was dead. Yeah, sure, it's nice to see Aleister Black, but the crowd was dead for it. The crowd was dead. You're putting me to sleep, Lafayette, Louisiana. You're putting me to sleep. You're putting me to sleep. God honest fucking truth. This show was fucking terrible. 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 Finally, guys, main event. Oh yeah, and also next week we're gonna get Ric Flair's birthday celebration next week in Atlanta. Should be fun next week to see Finn Balor. It should be nice next week to see the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Should be nice next week. Should be nice. Riot Squad already in the ring, so the Riot Squad already have a jobber entrance. Already. Out comes the champion, and she means business. Raw Women's Championship on the line between Ronda Rousey and Ruby Riott. This match was low-key better than last night. This match was better than last night. After that, 1 minute, 2 minute affair last night. Quick match last night. Squash. People were saying that Ruby Riott was buried last night at the Chamber pay-per-view. I'm going to have to agree. I said it on the Chamber review last night. Ruby's not dead because there was no build. Now, I realize that now Ruby's dead. Ruby is officially buried. Ronda wins. This match was, and like I said, this match was better. This match was better than the match at the Chamber. Crowd chants, "We want Becky." That was their loudest chant of the night. We want Becky. I have no idea what to say. That was the loudest the fans have been all night when they said we want Becky. Ronda wins here. Ronda wins. Ronda gets Ruby back inside and catapults her into the corner after performing a crossbody drop on all 3 members of the Riot Squad before catching her with a beautiful armbar, and Ruby taps out. As soon as the bell rings, Logan and Morgan storm into the ring, but Ronda scoops up Morgan, kicks Logan away, and hits the spinning Samoan drop. The Riot Squad tuck till and run as Ronda is left standing tall as the show goes off the air. That is the end of this week's Raw. Tonight's show was good. Was not good. Fuck no, it was not good. But that crowd was just pathetic. Worse in a very long time. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought of Monday Night Raw. This show was fucking terrible. Complete fucking terrible. I swear to God. If you enjoyed Monday Night Raw, you're not a human. If you enjoyed a dead crowd tonight, watching Monday Night Raw, I swear to God, there is no hope in saving you. There really isn't. And that's the God honest truth. I swear to God. Casual fans, stay the fuck away from me and my Twitter. Next time you want to tweet at me on Twitter, make sure you have the proper spelling and come with facts. Come with facts. Thank you guys so much for watching Monday Night Raw Review. If you guys enjoyed Monday Night Raw Review, smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Comment down below what you guys thought of Monday Night Raw. I thought it was fucking terrible. I thought it was just terrible. Despite having the NXT talent, it was just still terrible. And the crowd really did show it tonight. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. Tomorrow afternoon, expect an early upload between 12 and 1 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to give you guys some Call of Duty gameplay. I don't want to upload this wrestling content on the channel. I want to do also some gaming content for you guys. I have NBA 2K19, I have Madden, NFL 19, FIFA, Call of Duty World War II, Black Ops 4. I'm going to give you guys Call of Duty Black Ops 4 gameplay tomorrow. And let's just say, guys, ICR is the best gun in Call of Duty. Let's just say on this video I'm going to give you guys tomorrow, I was beasting and feasting tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, check out the content I have gave you guys this past weekend. Top 10 Fridays, the Wrestling Fan Podcast episode 7. By the way, TM gave me if you're watching the video, bro. I want to thank TM for giving me a name for the podcast. Instead of the Wrestling Fan Podcast, I'm gonna give you guys the Reality Podcast. That's what I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna change the name from the Wrestling Fan to the Reality. I like it. I love it. I love it. But TM, thank you so much for the title. By the way, guys, if you guys haven't already, I stated this again earlier just now. Make sure to check out all the content I gave you guys this past week. Top 10 Fridays. The podcast from Saturday where we go over the entire Chamber card. And Sunday we did the Elimination Chamber review. Spoke about the entire card. Make sure, guys, to look and check out all of this content that I gave you guys this past weekend on the channel. All of these videos will be on the upper right hand corner of the screen in the annotation. Make sure, guys, follow me on social media, man. I will follow you guys right back on social media. All you have to do is follow me. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Instagram, your boy Chris_WFB. Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ring those bells for all notifications. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for a double upload tomorrow. Call of Duty gameplay between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. And SmackDown review tomorrow after SmackDown goes off the air. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow for the double upload on Tuesday where I'll give you guys Call of Duty and SmackDown review. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Talk to you guys later.